Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're here for the first time, welcome back if you've been following. First off, happy Wednesday and happy St. Patrick's Day yesterday. Doing the green. It's okay, now we get to move into Easter. I'm a holiday person, so comment below how you celebrate holidays and any fun St. Patrick's Day books or Easter books that you would like me to do a video on. So, we're still doing, this is our last week of animals, so this is going to be the last animal book, at least for a minute. We're going to do Smiley Shark by Ruth Galloway. I always give these tips, but make sure they're holding the book the correct way, that they know you turn one page at a time, going from the front to back, right? And then we start from left to right, top to bottom. Tracking print. I know those seem simple, but unless they can do those skills, reading is not going to happen. So, a little bit about this book. Smiley Shark loves to smile, but everyone is afraid of his big, sharp-toothy grin. Catfish, starfish, and octopus all swim away from Smiley Shark as fast as they can. His teeth are too scary. When all the fish are caught in a net, though, they need Smiley Shark's help. A big smile is just what is needed to save the day. So this is a story about a shark who's friendly. He just wants to be friends, but his smile scares everybody. So, first page, there are 3 types of questions you can ask. There's labeling questions, right? You can label places, people, things. I guess people and things are the same, but just labeling things, verbs. So label places, things are doing, and then just people or things. Second one is recall questions, where you're either asking about the story, so something that just happened, or kind of prediction questions. So either way, they have to recall something that's happening in the story. Either they're answering something about happened, or they're answering a question to predict what's going to happen. And then the third types of questions are relating it to them, to their real life, right? Because a lot of books, they do have a message. Not every book, right? But you can always relate it and learn things from books. So those are the 3 types of questions. So let's get started. So, label a shark. Where did he live? In the ocean. Have you ever been to the ocean? Label a fish. So, but what happened when you tried to play with the fish? They ran away. Have you ever had a friend not want to play with you? Can't really label anything because you've already labeled the fish and the shark, so I would kind of skip labeling on this page and be like, what does the shark want? He wants the angelfish to play with him. How do we ask people to play, right? This is a good page to help kids learn how to ask others to play. And then again, there are other things like coral, sand. There are other things you could label, but they don't really pertain to this story. So I would just skip to, so I would read this page. Did Angel Shark want to play with him? Yes, no. Have you ever had someone not want to play with you? That's going to be a big question on the topic. Label the pufferfish. What were they doing? What was the pufferfish doing that looks fun? Bubbles. And then what happened when the shark tried to play with the pufferfish? The pufferfish spiked up and bonked him on the nose and he got hurt. Like if one of your friends ever hurt you, because sometimes we hit or scratch or biting is more of a toddler, so like 18 months to year old thing, but Sometimes, even in preschool, right, we get the tears because a friend hit him with a toy or hit him. So if you've ever been hurt by a friend, it's a good way to talk to what do we do if a friend does hurt us. Label the starfish. What were they doing that seemed fun? Dancing with their friends. What kind of dances do you like to do with your friends? There's lots of animals on this page that they introduced: a catfish, octopus, and jellyfish. Label one of those. But did they want to stay and play? No. Again, what do we do if a friend doesn't want to play with us? Right, maybe one question ask, have you ever had a friend not want to play with you? Just kind of a yes, no question, but then talk about what do we do? And then you could also turn it to, okay, have you ever had a friend that you didn't want to play with? Right? And what do we do if that happens? If we're the friend who doesn't want to do the playing? I would label the feelings, right? He looks sad. Why does he look sad? Because nobody wants to play with him. What types of things make you sad, or would that make you sad? And then label the net. What happened? They got trapped in the net. What happened, or what do they need? They got trapped in the net. They need help. What types of things do you need help with? And talk about that. And you could even bring up, how do we get help when we need it? Label the boat or the fisherman. And then you can be like, what did Smiley do? He helped he made the fisherman, well, didn't make him. He scared him enough to where the fisherman dropped the net. And then, how are they feeling? Happy. Why are they happy? Because they got freed. Have you ever helped someone to be happy? Again, how are they feeling happy? What are they doing? Smiling. Because they're all friends now, right? And then the end. So, I really like the story. I think this is a good one, yeah, to work through what to do if nobody wants to play with you, especially that one. But you, like I said, you could also turn it to, what do you do if you don't want to play? But it's just a good story teaching them, look, Smiley Shark, he was nice. Like, even though people didn't want to play with him, he was still nice, so when they needed help, he helped them, right? And so, 5 out of 5. This is a good story. During free play, when the library is open, the kids love this book. They're always asking to read it. So, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to share this video with anyone, especially if they like sharks or they need to work through what to do when friends don't want to play with them. If you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because what better use of your time than you have than my channel. We do lots of fun things on here. So, second thing, if you haven't already, click that notification button so you don't miss a video. And as always, this is last but certainly not the least, I'd love to hear from you. I already mentioned some things to comment on, but I'd love to hear your opinions on this book if you read it. Any other books that are similar, you know, that would help teach this theme of what to do if friends don't want to play with you, or any other comments you have. And we'll see you next time. Bye.